Okay, welcome to Wednesday's call. This call is for execution purposes only. There's a little bit of teaching involved to guide you to the next step, but we really want to empower and implore you to take the right activity that ends in the sale, because the sale is not an activity. The sale is the result of doing the right activities in order with perfect clarity. So to start the call off, I'm going to call on you guys to participate. I would like to know what you are leading with and what problem you solve for someone else. There is no wrong answer. What's your offer? What are you leading with? And what problem do you solve?
I look crazy. I'll go first. I don't care. I'm leading with the faceless freedom and then faceless freedom and legacy on the back.
Okay.
And I'm helping, or what problem do I solve? Right? That's what you asked.
Yeah.
Um, Mine is that old school, not having to bring the calculator. I love that one to the grocery store
Yeah.
and sit there and say to my kids, sorry, I can't get that.
Yeah.
That's the problem I'm solving for. I'll say moms, stay-at-home moms,
Yep.
because that's my target audience.
Okay.
And we're the one that go to the grocery store. That's kidding.
It's true. Absolutely true.
So
Absolutely. And
yeah.
I resonate
So,
with that problem. I absolutely resonate with that problem. I hate telling
yep.
kids no. The look on their face crushes my soul. Makes me
Oh,
feel
me too. I can't do it.
right.
Like, I end up getting it eventually. I'm like, I'm going to get it eventually. May
Yeah.
not be right now. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it always does happen. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We speak into existence here.
Wonderful. Thank you for your bravery and for sharing. Who else? What problem do you solve for someone?
I work with people that are either retired or getting ready to retire, and they find that their income is just a little short, and they just don't feel like they have the time.
Okay. So can I play with you for a minute?
Yeah, go
Welcome
ahead.
to your first call. So,
Thank you.
what we sell and what is missing and why people don't make any money is because they don't convey the emotion. So, Kristen and I are very clear on our kids looking us in the eye, wondering why we can't afford what they can afford. And it is soul crushing as a mom. That's what the mom is buying. She's buying relief from the pain of telling her kid no. So when we're online and we're living like life is amazing, no connection, not relative at all. In fact, 98% of the world is suffering. And when we're showing that we're just shiny and awesome, making $1 million all the time, we're so disconnected from the person that needs our help. So, because I'm not retired, I don't know what that pain feels like. Although at 45, I can guess I don't have enough in my retirement account. And it feels like the walls are closing in because I'm like, how much time do I actually have? And how much money do I really need? It was 1 million, I was told 10 years ago. I'm sure it's 2 million now to really live off of. How long am I going to live? These are questions at 45 I'm starting to ask myself. So when you're posting on your social media and knowing your own pain and why you got into this, the pain that we don't necessarily want to admit or want to talk about is what's going to give the person permission to DM you and say, that person feels my pain. So when you say they don't have enough money, we have to define that with crystal clarity. Do they need an extra 500? Do they need an extra 3,000? And then is the money going to bills or is it going to spoil the grandkids? Like it has to be a
Right.
it has to be a visual sentence that someone can see clearly and feel emotionally that pain connection.
Okay. It makes sense.
So are you
And so,
clear on
yeah, I think when it comes to describing it emotionally, that's probably my weakest area. it comes down to not having the money when groceries are going up. Everything is going up. The electricity is going up. And then meanwhile, your income isn't going up because it's a fixed income. So it's that pain of running out of month before you run out of, before you run out of money, before you run out of month. That is the pain that I'm going after.
Yes. I would absolutely use the word fixed income versus retirement. And listen, don't ever believe a word I say. I say this a lot, but try it on. When I have conversations with people on Social Security, on disability, they are retired. Their language that they're telling me is, I'm on a fixed income. So that's the person that you want to target. They're not someone who's retired and living free is, I'm retired and living free, but someone who is not, they might be retired, but they're tight and they're stretched. The language that they give me is fixed income. And so I'm never going to use my words. I'm going to use the words that they're giving me, because now I'm going to speak to them. So good. Chat GPT can be your best friend. When it comes to using chat, and I don't need to create content because it's already out there. Go to YouTube University. But when it comes to chat, number one, you want to give chat your pains, so that chat, and then say, this is my dream customer. Every piece of content should land to one person that solves one pain. You're never talking to an audience, ever, ever, ever. Never say you guys, never say everyone, never say, we always target one person, and we grow an audience by them self-identifying and following you. So we don't want to assume we have this audience, because we're solving one pain for one person on one platform for 1 year. And ideally, I want to encourage you guys to give them a name. My girl's Jessica. Her name is Jessica. And I am crystal clear on her pain and her problem. So when I make a sale, Jessica lines up with everything that I targeted, because she's like, oh my God, you're talking to me. Because I'm not talking to the masses. I want one Jessica every day. That's enough money for me. So good. I'm excited to see your messaging then, because that's definitely where you want to start to pivot. I saw your post inside Faceless Freedom. Without looking at it, and we can do some audits, I would guess that from your post standpoint, you're sharing all kinds of information. Here's what I know. Here's what I know. Here's what I know. There's no emotional transformation that you've gone through that they trust you to spend money with you, because you've solved your own problem. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Like I said, it's a work in progress.
No,
Learning to
appreciate you
share the emotion, because the subset, or the sub niche, is really for caretakers. Because part of the problem, because of the fact that we can go out and get another job or a hustle, we don't have time. And when I say we don't have time, it was because we're sitting in the parking lot, we're sitting in the waiting room with the in-law. So that's what I've been trying to focus in on, is exactly that message. And it's just a matter of, as you said, I'm probably worst at describing the pain, because I'm a guy. I grew up. It's like you shrug it off, right? We don't have any pain.
Right. So for you, the language will be different, right? As a man, but you just did it. Your post needs to say, I can remember sitting in the parking lot waiting for my father-in-law to come out of his office, wondering how much time I had to live off the money we have. And you share enough for them to peak, so they go, oh, he takes care of his father-in-law and he's making an income. That's all that they need to know, but they need to see the picture clearly, because they're sitting in their cars waiting in the parking lot too. So you're just sharing a visual image that brings people into the picture. It's not the words, it's they're in the picture going, oh, wait a second. You are with your in-laws, you're taking, like, I've got someone on my team that's a caretaker for both of her parents. And she's having a heck of a time, because between one parent and the other, and doctor appointments and dinner, like, she's like, Jen, and I'm like, I know, but she's at that point where she's like, how much do I share on social media? That's my story, without being too personal or verbal vomiting, right? We don't need the whole story. It's
Yep.
that breaking moment of, I can remember this, and then the bridge of something had to change and it had to be flexible. That word flexible, that reaches, right?
Okay.
And then the story of how you got started. Something like my story is, I was overwhelmed, exhausted, and tired of showing up for everybody else. As an experiment, I started a faceless account to see how long it would take to monetize. I've made over $2,000 in less than 2 months because I saw another mom talking about how much money she was making, and I decided to go all in. And then I type that into chat, and then I say, give me 15 versions. Because you're sharing the same story every single day. Because you only want to talk to your guy. In fact, you want everyone else to go, he's not for me. Like, you want that.
Right.
So that you can talk to Steve or whoever your person is. Could be
Okay.
female caretaker too. So yeah, it's the story and the transformation that's going to create trust and credibility. You're just sharing your own journey, and you're like, come along for the ride, right? I can tell you right now, guys, with the trust recession we are in, the guru and the coaching and the information, people are over it. They're tired of the ads. They're tired of when you appear to be sharing information, you're just blending into the background, because people don't go on to social media to learn. They go on to escape. So they don't want to go on to, oh, here I'm left behind again. Here's another mom making 20 grand a month. Here's another dad. Here's another, they don't go on social media to go see that. So your account wants to be, all of our accounts want to be storytelling. And then even with your results, right? You'll see some of my posts are very bold. I just did one. I went from 0 to 24 leads, and then I comment ladder it, right? That's not me being an expert. That's me literally, yesterday I was at 0 and today I'm at 24. And here's what I did. So I'm just sharing my own small wins, because small wins for someone is like, oh, I can do that small win. And today we're going to just stack a bunch of small wins. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, and welcome to your call.
Thank you.
All right, Mark or Lisa, do you guys want to share?
So part of my problem is clarity. So I'm probably going to be leading with faceless freedom, even though I'm trying to do another account faceless, but I haven't been doing TikTok a whole lot. So once again, that's like, I'm leading with faceless freedom. So but my face is all over my Facebook, although I have another Facebook, which I will probably be trying to do, that I will be doing more faceless content on. So,
okay. So go ahead.
And then, yeah, like a lot of my posts show like family moments that look like the person that has it all together, but getting better at the story of, despite what it looks like, hey, there's extreme anxiety around like, how the F are we going to pay for this? Or, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is a great call. Like,
good. Awesome. I'm excited to see your new faceless channel. When it comes to your guys' channels, they will evolve, right? So like if I was Mark, and I know some part of Mark's story, right? So my very first video is going to say, I have a job and I'm burnt out and my boss can't see what I do. I saw this girl, mom, dad, whatever, on social media showing how much she was making faceless. I decided to give it a try. That's it. He doesn't have a call to action. There's zero trust and zero credibility. He's literally like, hey, I'm here. Follow me. I follow you. Let's hang out, right? That's it. Then the next video is going to be like, all right, day 1, my faceless account. I'm loving the relief of whatever, right? Seeing other people win, knowing that this will be monetized, whatever, right? Everyday words though. I tell chat, once chat gives me what I want, I turn around and say, add more emotion and break it down to a 5th grade language. I talk 5th grade people. You'd be surprised. You're like, oh, that sounds good. And then he turns it into 5th grade and you're like, oh yeah, that's how we talk. So you want to keep that in mind. And keep reminding chat that, because I find that my chat goes back into robotic when we start to get to work, and then I'm like, okay, let's humanize it again and let's go back to 5th grade language again. And he'll be like, great catch. So keep that in mind. But when it comes to faceless solves a problem, right? I don't know what to post. I don't know what to say. I don't want to do hair and makeup all day long. I don't want to feel like I have to perform. It'll be different for Mark. But for a lot of people, what I'm finding having so many conversations is, and professionals are relating to the faceless because they don't want their bosses seeing. Some people don't want their spouses seeing. You'd be surprised how many people are on TikTok are trying to leave their husbands. And they're like, I need your help. Like, they're in my DMs. This is not public. But they're like, I'm in a separation. I'm going through divorce. Like, I need to leave. This is that. It solves that problem. So Mark's going to do the same thing, right? And then when it makes it his first sale, whatever that offer is, it'll be like, hey, it's been 2 weeks and I made $37. Nope, I'm not rich, just proof it works. Follow if you're interested in faceless, right? Still no big call to actions because people will find their way to his channel. And then highly recommend, once you're 2 to 3 weeks into the channel, get your top performing organic one and put $40 behind it. It's all you need. Pick the third. When you click on boost, it's going to give you 3 tiers. Don't click on views. Views mean nothing. Followers. You want followers. Now, when you guys are on social media, here's a little bit of a teaching point, okay? When you're on, let's say I'm Mark and I start my brand new faceless account, right? So I did my first video. Now what should I be doing? I should be going into the search engine and hashtagging faceless accounts, faceless marketing, faceless freedom, and following them, promoting them, liking them, sharing them in your stories. It's like you're playing tennis, right? I'm a faceless account. You're a faceless account. Let's support each other. Because, and especially go to the ones, guys, where it's all aesthetics with information. They're not making money. There's no storyline. As an example, in Faceless Freedom, I put up a girl's post today. She had 3 posts. Information, and 1 told the story. And the one that told the story, she got 13 comments on. The other ones, this one got 0 because it was literally like a slap in the face of a poster of her course. And this one was a picture of her like working and like no words or anything. I think it got like a spam, like, hey, collaborate or whatever. But the one that resonated, that got her 13 leads, said, I was a nurse. Then I this. She told the story in her nursing scrubs. So she became relatable to the masses. And they asked her for information. Now, if I was her coach, I would tell her, you do that video every single day. Don't deviate. Get in your scrubs and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. You just want the self-identity nurses that want to get out of nursing. And then someone else might have another career. But you are literally repeating. Guys, it's boring. It's boring. It's boring work to make a lot of money. But it's mastering these mundanes that will lead to the sale. The sale is not the result. I mean, the sale is not the goal. It's not even a target. It's the result of the process. So that's what you're going to do, Mark. Faceless, and then once he does that, right? Because now you've got faceless people who are following other faceless channels. Okay, so he finds another faceless account. He's going to go into the comments, especially of someone who's viral and faceless, and he's going to heart all the comments. Heart, like. He's planting a seed, planting a seed, planting a seed, planting a seed. Like. Don't do follow parties. I've done them. They're great to get you the wrong follower. They're great from a visibility standpoint. They're a huge waste of time. Now, once you've done that, now you're going to hashtag busy dad, hashtag hiking dad, hashtag Arizona, but only hashtag things that you have in common with another dude. And what you will notice is your algorithm is going to show you exactly, number one, who you're targeting, or number two, who you can support and be supportive. And you're not like getting all this weird shit on your FYP. If you're getting weird stuff, then you need to go back into your search engine and tell it what you want. The other thing I highly recommend, I did yesterday for the first time, and it absolutely worked. It gave me like 1,300 followers. I put money behind it, but I did one of those accounts that says people scrolling by, attention faceless accounts, people scrolling by not realizing I'm an engaging bestie, something like that. And I have spent all morning, there was 222 comments all morning. And my post said, I'm going to boost 3 of yours. I've only done like 50 so far. I go into their account. I watch their top 3 videos. I do all 5. I repost it. I save it. I comment on it, and I heart it for 3 people. Because I'm planting a seed. Number one, I'm demonstrating that I'm true to my word. I told you I'd give you love, and I'm here to give you. Gave me love, and now I'm giving you 3 times the love. Because she might. This is all on. I am solely focused on TikTok right now. I'm showing my results on Facebook, but I'm heavily putting money behind TikTok. So TikTok has my attention. On Facebook, I'm just sharing the result. I'm sharing the story. Hey guys, November 28th, I was frustrated, overwhelmed, pissed off, decided to go faceless. Here's my, and it's just an experiment. I didn't know it was going to happen. I mean, I did know it was going to make money, but I had no idea how long it was going to take. I didn't anticipate running ads. This is how I learn. I don't learn by someone else telling me what to do. I learn by doing it. Then I can sell it because I'm like, I did it. And here's exactly what I did. 1 video a day. It's my body because I choose to, that's easy for me. Like I just put my phone. I don't like the B-rolls. They don't attract my attention. Therefore, my Jessica, it's not going to attract to her. She's going to be like, oh, I can do this and record my kitchen. I can record my kids on the floor. I can record my face. Like I can get behind that, right? Because that's what I see. That's what resonates with me. It's what's going to resonate with her. So that's what you're going to do, Mark. And then if you're going to lead, since there's only, if you're going to lead with the strategy, then we are going to call it something that's not a strategy. You can say the word system, right? So we can say, I saw a system and I don't have to go get leads. Like I'll help you craft it. And every single day, you're going to have the same words. I tried it as an experiment, wanted to see how it worked out, blah, blah, blah. And then you can have an application, a jot form, a website, whatever you want to do, because you're going to want to call those leads and book them into what we're doing.
What about quiz?
I wouldn't do a quiz. Oh, well, I can't speak to that. I'm not a quiz taker, so I wouldn't, like for me, I'm like, nope, I'm out. You just made me work. But if you're a quiz guy and those dads are quiz dads, this is where there's some things that you're going to have to decide what would work for Mark just because it doesn't work for Jen. I'm not going to take a quiz to start a business. But I do know that I think Melaleuca has something, or I don't know, because I don't use the Grow app. I don't build that way. So I know that you can. I have an application process. They fill out the application and then I call them. So I guess it's a quiz. They got to answer my questions before I see if they're a fit. Lisa, any ahas or anything you want to share before I move on?
I would just say I'm kind of like Mark. I've been dabbling in faceless, but I think I'm going to go all in on faceless. I'm all over the place. I've grown my views on Facebook, which is good because I'm getting leads. I'm just not getting them from the lead part to Mela.
Okay, good, because I'm going to show you how I do that. So awesome. Okay, So, and Lisa, your story is going to be similar, right? I walked away from a toxic job environment, and my husband was already retired. I wanted to find supplemental income. I saw this girl sharing how much money she was making and decided to go all in faceless to relieve the pressure of posting and praying. And right, it just a few sentences, and then we can chat, give me 10 more versions, and then just over and over and over for 2 weeks, and then put a little money behind your highest performing one. And this is why. I'm going to show you guys why next. So first I'm going to do, I had some bullet points for us. So let me go get those. Okay, so what we really want to do is get to where we are executing. Okay, executing. That means no more mind chatter. You just pretend like I've got a job and here's my job. And you got to get to a point where you release emotional baggage. Don't bring any baggage. Don't bring your past. Don't bring yesterday. Don't bring any of it to the table. Okay, you're just here to do a check and a balance and a check and a balance and a check and a balance until you get the result. It will work. I can guarantee you it will work. Okay, what you don't need is any content ideas. You need fewer actions done really consistently. And I respect that we have busy schedules, and I respect that we might even be in overwhelm, and I respect that we might have a fear of doing it wrong. I can assure you that there is no such thing as doing it wrong. There's doing it and then assessing feedback with no emotion, and then doing it again and then assessing feedback. Okay, so if you've been quiet or inconsistent or you're doubting yourself, you're not behind. Just consider today is day one and we start from here. By the end of this call, you'll know exactly what to do today, even if you only have 30 minutes a day. So most people quit because they're measuring success incorrectly. Sales are lagging indicators, but they are not a daily task. The target is not to make a sale. So if you feel like you're winning because you're making money, so you're not making money, so you believe you're unsuccessful, leave that at the door. It's not a true and accurate indicator. The sale is the result of doing the activities. Today we're going to get clarity on that. Winning is putting yourself into momentum. It's doing actions that will gain momentum. So, has anyone here posted and then immediately checked their likes or their comments?
I have.
All right. Has anyone felt discouraged even when they showed up?
I have.
Okay. So momentum is created when you're calm, not emotionally attached to the result. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 targets. Target number 1 is visibility. If people don't see you, they can't buy from you. 1 post per day is enough. Okay, you want calm execution over hype. It's okay to get excited, but you don't want to sell hype all the time. And you want it to be simple. We're selling the idea that this can be simple. So we have to establish calm ground. If this were simple and I was clear, what would I do next? Okay. So your content strategy is problem, truth, and clarity. What's the problem you're solving? AKA the story that you have that's your story. what's the truth, right? The bridge, and what's the clarity, so that your person following has clear direction, clear next steps. Simple income math. And I would recommend that you share simple income math on your posts. I've been doing it for about 2 months now. Just basic math. If you don't attach yourself to the outcome and you follow the law of math, the right actions will result in a sale, because it's just math. And then behind the scenes, here's what I'm building. You got to tell people what you're building so they know to follow you, right? Oh, she's building to 10 grand a month. I want to watch her, and know that people will watch and chat and clap and cheer and never buy. That's okay. You need them too. So you do not have any links in your posts all the time. If you have a comment ladder, it's fine. Or you can do one pinned comment at the top of a post. Hey, I'm getting a lot of questions asked about faceless freedom. Here is the link. Okay, but you do not want links in all of your comments. One call to action only. If you create one call to action and you marry that bad boy for 1 year, you have trained your audience. They know what to expect, and you know what to expect, because you're telling them all in every video to execute the same way. Post and walk away. Do your post and close the shit down. If you're doing your post before you're working the account, that's fine. Do your post, work the account, and then walk away. If you are overly available for someone, you're going to create overwhelm and codependency and take it from me. You don't want to do that. Close it. You're clocked out. You're done. Go, and then go know that you did your best, and go enjoy the time that you are away from it. And then come back with no emotion. Target 2 is your conversations, okay? Money comes from conversations. It does not come from content, okay? You need 5 conversations per day. And before your brain says, I don't have the time, bullshit. You're probably doom scrolling. If you have 5 conversations per day, you are going to win the game. He who wins is the person who has the most conversations a day. But don't worry, I'm going to give you a script you will not deviate from, and I will show you. I am not deviating from it myself, so that you can see I don't have conversations. I copy and paste the same message all the way through to the sale. You are not selling, and you are not explaining, for the love of God, you talkers and overthinkers. You're opening the door. They've got to walk through. If they don't walk through, they're not your person. Don't talk them into walking through. Okay? Here is an exact DM that you can start to incorporate today. When someone likes your content, when someone follows you, hey, thanks for connecting. What caught your attention today? Thanks for liking my post. What was it that resonated with you? Okay? Now, you will find that people will, I'm going to use the term ghosting you, but they're not, guys. They're insecure, because insecure people don't like to be questioned. It's a little thing I've come to understand. They don't like to be questioned. So if you don't know them and you're asking them a question and they don't respond, they went, oh! They don't know how to talk to you. They're not ghosting you. They're afraid of you. It's okay. You're creating a safe place. Don't go back and message them. They'll come to you later. Do not leave a voice note. Do not leave a voice note. It is very, if they know you, I leave voice notes to all of you. but you're not going to leave a voice note on the very first connection point. They don't know you. It will seem extremely aggressive. No info dumping. Don't dump them information. They're asking for information, but that's not what they need. They need clarity to make a buying decision. They need guidance, not information. So your job is not to inform them on anything. It's to guide them to see if it's a fit for them. You want to allow curiosity to lead the whole time, okay? You can ask or you can reinforce. Oh, that's my part. I'm going to reinforce. If you can ask a question, you can make money online because confident people will answer your questions, and you want confident people. Now, target number 3 is your system follow through. The system holds the confidence. You have got to rely on the system. If you're relying on yourself, you're going to lose. God, this was a really hard lesson for me. I'm way too self-reliant, stubborn as shit. When you rely on the system, then you just put numbers through the system, and it doesn't matter what emotional state of mind you're in. You're just putting people through the system. You don't need to master everything today. You're gonna, as an example, send one person to your funnel, your website, your link, whatever you're offering. Invite one person to school today. Book one clarity chat. Watch one training and take action. These are examples that can get you into momentum. One clean and clear action done daily is going to beat 10 half-ass ideas. Okay? So here are some common blocks. Block number 1, I don't know what to say. You're going to use the templates. You're going to see that I use the templates. Follow the templates. You're borrowing the confidence. Another block, I don't want to bother people. You're not bothering people. You're not an interruption. You're inviting them to look at something. You're just inviting. What they do after the invitation has actually zero to do with you and everything to do with their lives. So I don't want to bother people is a limit that you're placing on yourself. You're not bothering people. You're inviting them. Block, I'm scared to post. Post imperfectly. Visibility creates safety. You're here to create a safe place for someone to reach out to you, not to have a perfect life. Okay? Perfection isn't relatable to someone who desperately needs to change something. So here is your commitment, right? One post today. Ideally, share it in school, please. The engagement is, I'm the only one talking in there, and that's fine. They're here to learn, but it would be helpful for you guys to create your own trust and credibility and practice in a community of people that already like us, that we're a team in that community. So we have to demonstrate that we're not afraid to share our wins because it's all a win. Everything is feedback. And then I can offer feedback if it's shared in there. 5 conversations. I want you guys to have 5 conversations. If 5 feels heavy, 1. Just do 1 until you get to where you can do 2. Until you get to where you can do 3. And then 1 system action. Is your system ready? Are you clear on the system you'll put people through? Are you clear on each step so that you know where they are? If you do this for 7 days, your confidence will change and so will your results. Okay? So you're not behind and you do not need another thing and you don't need any more hustle and you don't need any more motivation. You need some structure and you need some support. Okay? So I want to show you guys visually what the pipeline looks like, because I think that I can tell you where things fall off. Number 1, it's inconsistency, and number 2, it's follow-up. Okay, so am I sharing my screen? I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Let me go share my screen first. Okay, this is called a pipeline. And again, it's a sales pipeline, but you don't have to be good at sales. You have to be good at putting people through the system so a sale pops out. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to capture a lead. There's two ways to capture a lead. The first way, the very passive and slow as hell way, is to put a post out there with a call to action and pray someone clicks on your link. Okay, we know that that's slow going. That will start to flow with momentum and the correct shared progress stories on your social media. It will not happen if you're just selling information. They will not trust you to buy because you're not telling any stories. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is through outbound actions. An outbound action is going into someone's DM and saying, hey, thanks for liking my post. What resonated? Hey, we're both in Moms Getting Paid Together. How are you liking the group? Hey, we both went to Disneyland last year, right? Whatever the two of you have in common, and then asking a question. And just know, just prepare for 9 rejections. Like, prepare for the rejection because that's what this is. It's a numbers game. 1 out of 10 say yes, which means 9 say no. We know when we go with the expectation of no, then the yeses become a lot easier. You're like, oh, I do it until I get my yes. Now, the qualification. Okay, let's say I send a message to Mark and he messages me back, right? Hey, Mark, thanks for following my faceless content. I'm curious, do you want to make money from faceless or whatever? I'll show you my DM. It's 2 questions. Mark's going to answer me back. I am not going to send a link to Mark. I'm going to pre-qualify him first. I'm going to be working with Mark. I need to know I like the guy. I need to know he's open and coachable. So if he is, oh, I can't do anything, I don't have any money, great. Call me when your situation changes. I am not having a conversation anymore. I'm done. He closed the door. I'm walking away. Okay? This is posture. It's not because I don't think Mark's a great guy. I don't know Mark. Mark closed the door. I'm not going to beg him to open it. Someone is waiting with the door open that will walk right through and pay in full. So I'm not going to go convince Mark. Okay? So you're going to ask a series of questions. It's 2 posts, and I will show you this process because it's the only thing I'm doing on my TikTok. Okay? Can you help them? I know you want to. Lord knows I know you want to. We all want to help. We cannot help people who will not solve their own problems. Right? You can't. So you don't know if you can help them as much as you want to. You really don't know if you can. So we ask qualifying questions. Then we present through storytelling. We don't know the information, guys. Even if you know it, you don't want to be the go-to person. Maybe some of you do. I don't know the answer to that. I thought I did. It's awful. Don't do it. You want to make a sale? You want to get a customer, and you want to pass that customer to the system. Whatever the system is. You want to rely on the system so that they rely on the system. If they're relying on you, it becomes a lot. So you're going to deliver, right? If they have a question, and even if you know the answer, you could answer, or you could say, if I tried to explain it, I would mess it up. All I know is there are moms quitting, dads quitting their jobs and moms making 10 grand, right? Maybe not 10 grand a month, depending on your personal audience, right? There are moms making an extra $1,000 a month and have more money for groceries. There are people going on honeymoons that have never afforded to go on honeymoon. You're sharing the transformation of the people who applied the work. We don't want to sell the work. No one wants to buy work. You're selling, these people are 6 months in, right? What are they doing? Hey, they're making $900 days. They're jet setting off to Dallas. They're doing this. They're doing this. If I explained it, I'd mess it up. And then you put them through a system. right? If it's Melaleuca, it's an application process. Fill out the application. I'll give you a call. I will show you it. But if I tried to explain it, I'm telling you right now, I will probably verbally vomit all over you. I will jack it up. You won't understand it. I'll lose you. I don't want that for you. Can I put you through the system the right way? Be honest with them. Then you deliver, right? Then you deliver. If it's Melaleuca, you book the strategy. If it's something else, you give them the link. And then you determine where you're at right there, okay? Mine has a question. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this so that you have visual stuffs. Okay, give me a sec. I need to get the cord that goes to both my phone and my laptop. Actually, yesterday, let's try this. I was able to log into TikTok on my new account, I think. And the cool part is, for those of us, like when you say like, I can do this in my spare time, this part, once the system's up, it is your spare time. I post one video a day. I put $40 behind the video, which gives me 100 new followers. And then I just send them all the same message. So let me share my phone. Oh shit, my battery's gonna die. Okay, hopefully we'll be good. Okay, pop up please. It's here, but I just can't get it to open. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. So first, what I want to show you is in my notes, I have every single one copied. So when I click right here on my notes, you'll see it's open because I pretty much use it all day. So how this flow actually works with pauses, right? So this is for my mom's getting paid daily, which is legacy, right? So my first response, hey, saw you were ready. Thanks for reaching out. Before I send the link, I just want to make sure this is actually a good fit for you. What made you comment or DM ready? So I will have to edit that. My call to action is for them to comment or DM ready. I get both. It's the only call to action that I ever say, so that there's nothing else that I'm ever looking out for. Verbally, I'll tell them to DM me ready. And then in the caption part of TikTok, I will text, feel free to comment ready if this resonates or whatever. So that's the first one. Then I don't send anything else. I do not send anything else. You'll see I get ghosted a lot. And then however they respond, that makes total sense. A lot of moms I talk to feel the same way. Capable, but needing something that fits real life. Most of them say yes. When they comment again, I send the other one. Or if they say like, oh, I'm just curious. I love curiosity energy. That's usually how this starts, just wanting clarity before committing to anything. My job is to guide her with clarity. So then I pause. I wait for them to respond. Then when they usually respond like yes or exactly, one word, just so you know up front, this isn't a get rich thing and it's not hype based. It's a simple system I use to help moms create consistent income online, starting in small, doable steps. When I send that, they normally say, that's what I'm looking for, or great, or sounds good. Then I go to, here's the page I mentioned, and then I send the link. And then I say, take your time going through it. If it resonates, the next step is explained there. I don't over explain. I don't stack any messages. I don't justify the offer. Nothing else. And I'm clear. The next step is explained there. Once you've looked at it, feel free to message me and tell me what stood out. Or if it's not for you, that's totally okay too. That's what I do all day long. And then I have another one for faceless. It's a little bit different because it's faceless. So, hey, thanks for the follow. I share what's working for women who are serious about eliminating debt through calm execution. Out of curiosity, what made you follow? That's the script I send to everyone that I'm buying. So I buy followers and then they all get that message. And then here's how they answer. And then I'll say, got it. I want to be upfront. What I'm building is for women who are ready to follow a clear system, work independently, and make a paid in full decision. Does that feel aligned for where you're at right now? That's going to eliminate 98% of people. I don't want everyone. I want someone that can work independently and make a paid in full decision. That's who I am. So if they say yes, I will continue. If they are not responding, they are eliminating themselves. That's a good thing too. It's just feedback. And then if she says yes, right, hesitation, question, silence, disengages, no big deal. If she says yes, that makes sense. Most women I work with are doing this to create stability for their family and get out of debt. Is that what you're working toward right now? Right? That's what my girl is looking for. She's looking for long-term stability. She's not looking for a side hustle or a quick get rich thing. And then, okay, this is a paid $1,400 pay in full investment. That one I actually won't send because there's 5 tiers. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I have another one. Yeah, I actually, after I do the faceless, then I go to this side and do the, that makes total sense. A lot of moms feel the same way. I don't do the investment question. Just so you know up front, this isn't a get rich quick, and then I'll send them the same link. So I didn't like that other one. It's not just 1,400. There's other options. And that's all I do. So if I show you my TikTok right now, here comes trouble. So I paid yesterday. I got 1,400 followers. Oh, that already left. So the first thing I do when I log into TikTok is I go into my inbox and I see if there are anybody who messaged me back. Because yesterday, see, I sent this. You can see right here. Thanks for the follow. I share what's working for women who are serious about eliminating debt through calm execution. I'm in debt. That makes total sense. Like, I don't deviate from these scripts. There's zero for me to think about. I just copy and paste the next thing. I do work full time, but the economy, it's hard to make ends meet sometimes. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say, wait, did I already do that one? That makes total sense. I did. So now I'm this one, just so you know up front. And I just follow the system. So now I'm going to send this one, paste it. Then I'm going to go and see if she has a new video for me to like so that I go to the top. Sorry, bud. I already liked all of her stuff from yesterday. So now I'm going to go back to this one.
Mommy, I broke your flower.
Leave it there, bud. That's Sissy's. Right? So you'll see, start the same way. She sent me a story. She didn't answer me back, so I'm not going to go answer. So scroll down. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So then I'll go to the top. Shh. I've got 2 requests. Hello, I'm recruiting. No thanks. Austin, I'm on the phone. Hold on, please. Doing follow for follow. No. Please go message your sister.
No.
Yeah, she looks normal. So I'll follow back and I'll message her. Hey.
Mommy, please give me a space.
I'd love. Okay, bud, hold on, please. To follow and support you.
I'm in Dr. Faker's face, sir.
Okay, hold on, please.
Okay.
Delete recruiting manager. So then I go. Okay, so this person commented on my thing for information. So, and she's got good content. In fact, she's the one I did the exam. She's the one I did the exam before today, right? So you can see right here, 1,000 freaking people. I'm nervous, I'm not. I thought hustling through 12-hour shifts was just the norm, but I'm mentally drained, financially stuck. Then I discovered digital marketing and everything changed. I don't have experience of following or even a clue where to start, but I took a step. She told a story from her scrubs at work, right? She got 1,000 comments. Then she did this other shit. It's not gonna, no, the other stuff's not relatable. So she did not answer my question, are you making sales yet? I know she's not. I can tell she's not from her thing, so that's okay. But I'm not going to message her back right in this moment.
I'm on Dr. Faker's way.
Okay, I'm on the phone. Hold on, please. Or I'll say, like, I'm from Arizona. And then I go here to my activity. So this tells me what videos, where I've left off. So this is the one I did yesterday, when another faceless account scrolls by me, not knowing I'm an engaging bestie. When you hit my buttons, I'm hitting 3 of yours. So 229, I'm about 50 of those. So there was 100 and whatever, 14,000 views. I did put money behind the account to boost it. I go to every single person. I click on their name. I click on their account. I like all 3. I repost all 3. I comment on all 3. It takes time, but I'm planting seeds. Then I go to here's my new followers. Right now, this guy, like fatherless, probably, I'd have to look a little closer, but like, fuck iced coffee, Congo, Sudan, Palestine, like, no, not really my Thurston. Oh, Michelle O'Neill started following. Oh, that's not the right Michelle O'Neill. Right, Nala, like, maybe. There's a person behind this account. So then I'll click on it. And what I do is I just do it until I get into trouble. I shouldn't say that to you guys. You guys use your own best judgment. I do it until TikTok says, you're posting too many times. And then I go, whoops, sorry. So I go to my faceless one. And then I copy and paste, hey, thanks for the follow. This is literally the work, guys. Once, like, if you have everything set up, then this is the work. The work is making yourself visible through storytelling and then reaching out to people who said they liked your story. Paste. Then I'll go to her videos.
You know, go to the gym.
I'll like them. I like 4 of them. And I go to this girl, send her a message. Anyway, I know I'm going kind of fast right now.
Just received my. I love you.
That's it. I don't think about anything. I don't answer questions that I don't like. I don't know how to answer that question. Or if they have questions, I say, that's a great question. It will be answered inside the website. That's a great question. It'll be answered on the strategy call. That's a great question. It'll be answered here. I'm not the system. I rely on the system. Is this giving you guys some clarity? Good. So we've got some executing to do.
So when you start a new TikTok account, you have to have a new email, don't you?
Yeah, I just created a Gmail.
Okay.
Yep. I just created a new one for real estate. So I had to create a new Gmail account. So now I have 3 TikToks. Any other questions? Okay, you guys all know what to do. And I'm building both of them simultaneously. Mark, you've got someone building incredibly ferociously right now. Like his life depends on it. So, here, let me stop.